Hello, gorgeous. You're listening to the Girlfriend's Guide to Starting Over. On this podcast, we talk about everything from dating and relationships to personal development. We also speak very candidly about the F word, and by that, I mean failure. So grab a pen, tag a friend, and let's talk about it. All of it. Undergoing, overcoming, and simply trying to make it through. Hello, gorgeous. Good morning and happy Wisdom Wednesday. I am super excited that you have made it back to my platform. We are literally in the middle of the first full week of the year. Things are back in full swing. So our kids are back at school, we're back at work, and the expectations to get back to business as normal are super high. So this live is a shout out to the girl who's feeling kind of blah. The girl who hasn't quite created any goals yet, who may be even feeling overwhelmed because it's like, where do I even start? First, I want to let you know that it's completely fine to be in that headspace. And I actually spent the first part of last week talking to my coach, stating some of the same things. And she's like, Kayla, you know what to do, right? So last week we were all in a fog. This week, what I would like to encourage you to do is to sit down and take some time to really assess what you've got going on in your life, okay? So maybe Saturday or Sunday, sit down and I want you to write out everything that you know that is going to be happening or that you're responsible for the coming week. Now, typically I tell people to do this for the entire year, but this is just a quick assignment to help you get on track, okay? So sit down, write down everything that you know is going to be happening next week. I'm talking everything from getting out of bed, brushing my teeth, driving the kids to school, grocery shopping, all the way down to like dropping off the dry cleaning, going to that baby shower next week, right? Write it down. Now, I know that this seems daunting. It seems like very like, Kayla, what are you trying to get out? When you write down everything that you have going on, you have the ability to see what you have the capacity for. So many times we stretch ourselves super thin, we overplan, we get to this place where we're like, oh, I'm so stressed out, I'm so overwhelmed. And it's because we weren't a good steward of our time. So when you write down everything, you have the ability to see what you have space for. You also have the ability to see where you're just kind of wasting time. If you recognize that, I spend this kind of time scrolling, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, it allows you the opportunity to make corrections. Now, once you have your list, you're going to be like, Kayla, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? Where are places that you can delegate? Where are places that you can offload tasks? Now, don't get me wrong. I know that there's some things on that list that you're not going to want to do, but they're necessary for the daily function of your home. Like, I hate taking out the trash, so I pay for valet trash. All I'm responsible for doing is taking it to the corner. So you're like, Kayla, I'm not paying valet trash. Do you have a kid that can take it to the corner? Can you give the neighbor his kid $5 to take your trash to the corner? Can we order ClickList or Instacart on days where it's super full, but we know we've got to get groceries? Where can you delegate or offload some of these tasks so that you aren't so overwhelmed? Believe it or not, the act of staying constantly busy, constantly in motion, and keeping our days max to capacity is a trauma response. Because if we stopped or slowed down just for a little bit, we might start to bubble over with all the emotions and things that we're suppressing. It's time for us to start creating slow living, start creating space, start creating time for rest. You, my love, are entitled to rest. And I say it often, but I'm going to reiterate, if you do not make time to rest, you will be forced to make time to recover. All types of illnesses are going around right now. It's important that we put in some self-care and we take a step back and we realize where we can start to create just consistency, but we can start to create some space to breathe during our day, okay? So as you are mapping out your task, I also want you to kind of look at your habits. What are you doing daily that you really don't necessarily need to do? I want you to keep a record of things you want to start, things you want to stop, and things you want to keep doing. And you can only do that if you already know what you're doing and what you have the capacity for. If you're interested in getting any tools to help you with that, just drop Fresh Start below. I'll send you the link to my daily habit tracker, to my daily planner. It's literally how I was able to start saying no to things, because I realized that I did not have the capacity for it. I didn't feel guilty because it wasn't like I was just aimlessly like twiddling my thumbs. I was really booked and busy in doing things that were necessary for me, my kids, my family, my corporate job, right? Okay, so if you want the link to my daily habit tracker and my daily planner, drop Fresh Start below. And if you want to hop on a strategy call, if you want me to sit down with you, map out your 2024, we can either do like the first quarter, what now through March looks like, or we can map out the entire year. So 1-part call or 2-part calls, drop Coach below, and I will send you the details for how we do that. I love you. I want the best for you. I want to hear all the feedback on how you felt after you mapped out your week. And I want to serve and support you this year. Have an excellent Wednesday on purpose, sis. And we will chat in the next one. Well, gorgeous girl, that's a wrap for this episode. I hope you found value, insight, or strength. I hope something was said that gave you the courage to push on a little while longer toward the life of your dreams. If you felt motivated during this segment, screenshot this and throw it in your stories and tag me on social. That way we can keep the message going. Have an excellent day on purpose, and we, girl, will talk in the next one.